Thank you everybody for coming, and I'm excited to be here at the second time we're here at Oracle Summit. And Mazing and PinkBite. PinkBite's our enterprise solutions, and Mazing is our consumer division. And before we begin, we're going to just play a quick video, and then we'll go into a bit of a deeper dive. So Mazing delivers what we call the $5 desktop. The $5 desktop is a solution that will be globally distributed right now with Oracle Cloud. We're in over 40 countries. And this gives to any consumer the ability to run a full Windows 11 equivalent $1,500 notebook hardware capabilities on almost any connected device. As simple as a smart TV, an Amazon Fire Stick, all the way to a notebook that you already have, you can install our client. And that gives the possibility of you using full-fledged Microsoft compatible applications, x86 or x64, and be able to use it anywhere with a simple keyboard and mouse, your TV, your Xbox. Any connected device to the internet is now a full desktop. Earlier this year, we launched our first launch kits, and our launch kits are comprised with a Amazon Fire Stick, keyboard, mouse from Logitech, and the remote control. Put this on any monitor, put this on any TV, and you now have access to a full-fledged desktop. Low cost, $5 a month, especially if you have the hardware already, or you can just purchase a simple Fire Stick for $24 these days. And so, as part of this MySQL Anniversary, we're inviting anybody into the room to register. The invite code is MySQL 30, and just click on Edition 2 Pre-Launch, and we will be sending you one of our launch kits, and you can try it out for yourself. The desktop is a simple desktop. There is no management. There is no antivirus. There is no control panel. There is nothing for anybody to control, update, worry about, try to expand, try to do anything. All you have to do is click on a simple application and use it. Microsoft Word works as you expect it to. You can use any of the browsers in a secured private environment. And that is one of the key aspects of this desktop. It is highly secured and highly private. It's running in our infrastructure. It is running with our security system. We have partnered with Malwarebytes, and we also have other antivirus solutions running behind the scenes. But what it does mean also is your device cannot be receiving any viruses. So one of our things with Adobe happening in the next few months is if you don't trust an attachment, you can actually open it up in here, and your device is actually secured. So just imagine that the average low-income family will purchase a TV before they purchase a desktop. And with that TV, they can actually now give to their kids the ability to use a full desktop solution for an extra $5 a month. Lately, we've seen TVs go as low as $250, and with an extra $5 a month, now that TV has become a full Windows-rich environment. Gaming consoles, laptops. We, earlier last year, we did an announcement with Hats On for Awareness, a charity organization that is trying to help with mental health. And what we did with them is we partnered with them as the next step. And the next step is, it's great that we raise money to help people, but what about after? So somebody goes in, gets their mental health, they feel better about themselves, they want to get a job. How are they going to get a job when they can't afford a computer or an environment that can connect them back into society? So we are able to do that. And in fact, they're now accepting donations from local companies of older generation devices. Windows XP notebooks can now become Windows 11 full-powered notebooks. And that's all with a simple little client app installed. Or they can even use just a browser. The reason for our cost to be so low is because the efficiency we can run on a server. A few years ago at Dell World, we were able to run, compared to VMware's solution from 500 concurrent users, on the exact same spec hardware, we were able to run 7,500 users. And so that brings the cost of the hardware or virtual machine down. And all of this is attributed on how we use MySQL and how we connect with MySQL. And then also with our latest contract with Oracle in their Oracle Cloud infrastructure, we're now able to distribute this across 40 countries. And so here, I'm going to invite Nicholas up as we will describe some of the back-end technology.
Because the amazing desktop, the virtual desktop is basically it's a Windows desktop, then the underlying infrastructure is based on Windows, basically Windows servers that include MySQL, include the amazing software, and the service is designed to be used worldwide. And so what better platform than a cloud such as Oracle Cloud, which has many regions, to be the host of those Windows virtual machines. And so the way that this is designed is we have in Oracle Cloud virtual machines with Windows operating system, with MySQL running, and then we can scale them up and down. Now the MySQL servers on those we call them application servers. So the MySQL servers running inside of those application servers, they provide to the amazing application information about user accounts. So the users that are subscribers to the amazing service that have accounts that are executed or run on those specific application servers. Now, if we think about how people connect to the service, is basically with, let's say, a Fire Stick or an iPad or some kind of a mobile device, viewing device. And so there could be potentially millions of users out there who connect to Amazing. And so to know where to connect exactly which application server to really connect to, there is a what we call essentially like a head office, a centralized MySQL server, which is composed of MySQL InnoDB cluster because of the resiliency that it provides. And so an application connects through a REST API to the amazing head office and is able to get which app server worldwide the user wants to connect to, and then gets this connection information. And then after that, the amazing application on let's say the Fire Stick knows where to connect and how to connect to the app server. Now the users are controlled in the MySQL InnoDB cluster, but really the real the workhorses are the app servers with Windows. And so through MySQL replication, the synchronous replication, we can connect those app servers through replication to the MySQL InnoDB clusters. And there's a couple of ways where we can do this. There's depending on how many users and how many app servers are in a region, we can have intermediate MySQL servers to act as sources for those local app servers. And these intermediate servers replicate from the head office. Now the head office is a physical, is a non-Oracle cloud. Essentially, it's a physical on-prem kind of deployment. And so with OCI, we can create secured connections between the on-prem and the Oracle cloud. And so that's how the app servers through MySQL replication can get the information about the users and have them locally. Yeah, this is what we see here. The red lines here would be MySQL replication, and we see on the top corner here, this is what represents the central MySQL servers and MySQL InnoDB cluster servers, and then here are the app servers where the real desktops are coming from. These could be in any region, let's say the US region, Canada region, India, and so on. But it's all using asynchronous replication to connect to the head office, either directly or through intermediary servers. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was just for the user profiles. We also use MySQL to manage what server is up, what server is down, and to also understand the load on the servers so we can spin down and spin up at any given time a set number of servers based on load. And so all of this is feeding up and down at any given time. We use mini calculators on top of a Raspberry Pi, which this is one of the advantages with MySQL, the fact that we can use Raspberry Pis. The other database systems at an enterprise level would not work with a Raspberry Pi. And doing so, we make the environment highly cost-effective to us, which in turn is given back to the consumer. And all this environment is running in real time with several components outside and inside of MySQL. And so, from another perspective, PinkByte itself has an enterprise solution for enterprise customers. And this is what I call the most secured transactional portal that could be put on the market today. And how does that work? Let's say your typical website being www.mycompany.com has a presence. But in the moment you have to do a transaction, a banking, a purchase, or actually connect to an environment that has data that you want to keep secured, put that website behind, not publicly available, but behind a server that can run a browser that is now locked completely. And that means, just like an ATM, it's a set number of commands that can go into that browser to complete the transaction. So if you do a cutaway of your website where it launches a new browser that's behind the public area, you're now in a very secured environment of attacks. And what that looks like is like this. To the end user, he sees a regular website. But what happened behind the scenes is you are launching a locked browser. You cannot send other commands like an ATM. One of the reasons why ATMs are secured is because the keypad is only 12 digits, 12 buttons. You can only do so many operations with it. So what if we can give that on your transactional website? We launch that browser, we stream from behind secured. So that final server at the end is not publicly available. It is behind an environment that is secured by you. And so PinkBite focus, partnering up with MySQL, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and what's coming up next is we're going to start using the Oracle AI. And one of the reasons why we're getting into that is because in the last 4 months, and this is where I get really excited where the product is going, we were able to reduce the endpoint hardware. And from a customer perspective, that means that we can produce a lightweight, miniature version of any device, very small. Proto from PinkBite is as small as a quarter. It's the smallest footprint device available. It doesn't need a processor. It doesn't need RAM. All of the compute is done on the cloud. It can do everything that our current devices do today, but it can also do more by using a full Windows desktop at the exact same time. This small device can hook up to any screen size, from a 4-inch screen for mobile connectivity all the way to a 100-inch screen to have full desktop capabilities. And that concludes. For any questions,